Happy New Year! It's 2021. We've made it. And 2020 was the year that none of us expected. There was no way that we could have known. And you guys have probably seen enough of the dumpster fire memes or memes. Bryce Harper, if you guys are Nationals fans from back in the day, you might know what that means. But we're not here to talk about that. What we're here to talk about is the silver lining. We prefer to look at the positives in things, and luckily, amidst everything going on, the real estate market in 2020 was fantastic. I've got some numbers here that I want to show you guys and give you a little bit of an idea on what to expect in 2021. Stay tuned. So a few rapid fire numbers. So if you've been paying attention to the real estate market at all, you've got an idea that things are moving pretty quickly. And what that usually means when it comes to prices is price increases. And so if we look at a few things here, there's too many numbers, I had to write them down. Just December, we're looking at an 8% price increase over 2020. Looking back into some of these other months early in the year, even in the midst of kind of all the uncertainty, what was going on in 2020, April was up 6%, August up almost 12% year over year. So if you're a homeowner, you've seen some really amazing price gains this year. If you're a home buyer or a homeowner refinancing, you may have taken advantage of low rates, which we're going to talk about here in just a second. Number of listings, this is crazy. So we had active 996 listings on the market, right? And that's local. I picked Stafford County just to give an example here. A lot of this will translate over to all the nearby counties, but 996 listings active. In December, when I pulled this report, 224 listings active. It's a quarter of the listings active. And that's a lot of what's driving that price up. There's just not as much out there. And so when inventory is restricted, buyers are jumping on the best properties that are out there. And that's a lot of what's driving our market. And most of the last 6 months, same story. November, almost 1,100 in 2019, 494 in 2020. October, over 1,200 to just over 600. Days on market. So December 2020, 33 days. December 2019. December 2020, 5 days. 5 days on market. And that's not just December. Back in November, 24 days last year to 4 days in 2020. 31 days in October to 6 days in October of 2020. Crazy. Unreal turnaround, especially considering everything that we've seen through the year. Months of inventory. This is a number that tells us, okay, based on the number of buyers that are out there and how quickly they're purchasing the properties that are on the market, how many months of inventory do we have? In December of 2019, there was 5 months of inventory. In December of 2020, 1 month. And a balanced market is somewhere in the 3, maybe 4 month range. And we're here at 1 month. And so you can see what a lot of that has looked like, and what you've felt if you've been in the market, or what you've heard if you've watched the news. It's evidenced in those numbers right there. Now, one thing that's interesting is that even considering how hot the market is, when I look at expired listings, which means that for some reason something didn't sell, it was priced too high, it wasn't marketed correctly, it wasn't prepared correctly, we had 580 in December of 2019. December of 2020, over 700 expired listings. So that does go to show you that even when the market's hot, it's really important to have someone on your side that knows what they're doing, that can help you navigate it and make sure that you don't end up a negative statistic in a really positive market. So the $1 million question, what's happening in 2021? What are we expecting? Well, the two things that are driving our market right now are low inventory, that's what's created those price gains, and low rates. That's what's put a lot of buyers into the market during what would otherwise be sort of an uncertain time, because they have a ton of buying power. Well, from everything we can see right now, rates should stay low. Looking at kind of the indicators that the Federal Reserve has put out there, we don't expect any major changes in the short term on that. And obviously we'll see kind of what happens with new administration and policies and all those sorts of things. But in the short term, we're not expecting a change to rates. That means as a buyer, you still have a ton of buying power. You've got a lot more buying power than you did this time last year. So even with those price increases, chances are very good that your payment could be the same or less than it would have been at this same time last year or the year before. Still a really positive time to buy. Now, inventory, that's the second thing driving the market. What is that going to look like? Well, we've got to figure that with a little bit more, I guess certainty, or maybe a little more just comfort with, what's happening and what COVID means and what the safety precautions are going into 2021 than we had on the early side of 2020. You've got to figure that sellers that didn't, maybe planned to sell in 2020 but didn't, they're going to be jumping in 2021 to take advantage of these price gains that we've seen in this fantastic market. So I do expect to see some increase in inventory. Now, with the buyer demand as high as it is, I don't think that we're going to be returning to those December 2019 numbers, at least not anytime soon. But buyers that have had a hard time and are out there searching may get a little bit of reprieve going into the spring, when some of these sellers that get some pent-up seller demand that didn't jump in last year or maybe at the end of 2020 actually jump back in the market and work towards selling their house. There's been a lot of good, and that's what we have to try to look at as we go into 2021. So everybody's situation is different. Every neighborhood, every price range, everything that you're looking at can be different. So if you've got questions, give us a call. We want to talk to you, give you the best advice that we can so that you can make a great decision. See you guys throughout the year. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching. We love your feedback, so be sure to comment and hit that like button. If you like real estate news and community information, please consider subscribing by clicking the subscribe button right down below me. For more information on our list of off-market properties and home sale guarantees, click the links in the description below. And don't forget to like and follow the Gillies Team on Facebook and Instagram. For more videos like this, click right over here, and I'll see you in the next video.